Hello there, I'm James Woodruff. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this Trust Flex Ultra Thin Design Tablet, as it says on Amazon, but on here it just says Design Tablet because it couldn't really be more vague than that. Anyway, on here it says lightweight, non-slip, pressure sensitive, which is good, because I've heard some of the ones that you can use on your iPad or something, they're not actually pressure sensitive, so I think they're a pretty good idea, but that is quite important if you want something that looks more authentic looking drawing. Anyway, 19 centimeters workspace, 200 lines per inch, 3-year warranty and Windows 8 compatible. It does actually say down here Flex, I didn't actually see that. Flex, paper thin design. So yeah, the difference between this and your, I don't know, your average drawing tablet is the fact that this one actually is probably more closer to a mouse mat, or I guess the point of it is supposed to be more like paper, so it's not like, so you can actually move it like that, you can flex it around, I guess. I'm not sure if you can roll it up or not, if it's more flexible, I'll have to find out. And actually down here it says also includes photo editing software. I don't know what actual photo editing software, I'll have to find out later. Here we go. Stylish, ultra thin and space saving tablet with 155 by 119mm working space for picture editing, freehand drawing and other graphic applications. Paper thin design, basically just summarising what we already read with the what's down here? Oh, here we go. Packaging includes the tablet, which is useful, the pen, 2 pen tips, which is good, pen tip removal tool, don't know what that is, I guess it's just to remove the pen tip, USB cable, I guess to plug it into the computer, 1 AAA battery, that's nice, battery is actually included, CD-ROM with software, so I'm guessing you'd need to have some form of CD-ROM to use it, but actually thinking about it, you could probably download them somewhere off the Trust website, I guess. If I find any, I'll put it in the description. And user's guide. System requirements, Windows 8, 7, Vista or XP. So yeah, so it's only for Windows by the looks of it. Doesn't seem like it's actually for only Mac operating systems, so although I can't really guarantee that, there might be someone who says, well, it does work with Mac, but on here it says it doesn't, so I'm just assuming it doesn't. Thin design for maximum comfort, that's what the thin design is, I guess, for. Because obviously if you're drawing for a long time, you don't really want something that's going to be in the way, or freehand drawing of text, symbols and pictures in MSN, for like sort of conversation, I guess. Don't know, sounds a bit random if you ask me, but I guess it's possible. I suppose it'd be quite good, I guess. You could just use your handwriting, I guess, instead of just typing. Easily retouch, brush and improve pictures with included photo editing software. So it doesn't actually say what it is. I'll have to find out what it is later. Yes, that's what the tablet looks like when it's not actually being flexed or anything. Let's say it's square, it's not really, it's probably like 4x3-ish. I don't know, that's the measurements there, but it's not something they call them widescreen tablets. This is just not a widescreen. Yeah, and on the front it has this pattern and the pen. Okay, anyway, enough of looking at a box, we'll be here for days. Oh, I'll have to get some scissors. Jump cut! Okay, now I actually have my scissors. Let's see if we can actually open this. I guess it's just a little bit of tape here. Might have to do another jump cut, probably can't do this one hand. Oh, there we go. There we go. No, I don't think I'll do this one. Another jump cut. Eventually, after tearing almost half the box apart, I actually managed to get this open. It doesn't really help that absolutely useless opening packaging, but still. Okay, I'll just. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, wait, back. I think about it, it's probably better if I actually use the tripod, but there it is. Oh, there we go. So we've got the tablet itself, a package with a battery, I guess that's for the pen, yeah. Pen refill tips and the CD disc. I'll put that into my laptop. There, runaway battery. There we go. A Hair Day Industrial. I haven't heard that one before, but I'm sure it'll be okay. I guess it's I think the only thing with these batteries is the fact that because it's a super heavy duty one, you have to make sure you don't leave it behind, like if you've left it for a long time or in the sun especially, otherwise it will just corrode and go all nasty. But I mean, if you're a frequent user, it shouldn't really matter if it stops working, just make sure you replace it straight away. Flex design tablet, well, actually it does say quite obviously there compared to the box which says design tablet. Put my laptop and I'll put the disc in. Installing thing isn't the most interesting video in the world unless you actually need help on it, which I think is pretty straightforward. Probably says it in the quick installation guide, which doesn't really seem very quick unless it's like a million different languages, I guess. So on the table I've got the Trust Flex tablet next to the stylus / pen, whatever you want to call it. There it is. On the top it's got the pattern on it, doesn't sort of stick out or anything, it's completely flat. It's quite a nice sort of smooth surface. Got this little bar across, I guess it's where all the electronic type bits are in, because this is extremely thin. If you look here, it's very thin. Don't even sharpen the camera, that one. Very thin indeed. It's on the bottom it's like a bit like a mouse mat really. It's quite sort of grippy surface, so say if you're not really going to be sliding it around when you're drawing on it, which is good, because that's the last you want is something moving around all the time because it's very lightweight, doesn't weigh hardly anything, so it's good that it's got some sort of grippy surface to have it keep it sliding around all the time. But just before I go onto the software, I just thought you need to have this cable plugged in at all times. It doesn't work wirelessly, it has to be in, so yeah, before you complain, I'm not using a screen recording software on my laptop because it's slow enough as it is and I don't really want it to be crashing halfway through the video. So once you've installed the disc, it comes with the utility software. So for the configurations in your system tray, you've got this go away, no, go away, Norton's being a pain. You got this Trust tablet software. So in the tablet properties, you can adjust the various settings of the tablet. You can adjust the tip of the feel, so you can have its softness or the firmness of the pen. I guess that's how it responds to the pressure sensitivity on the tablet. Down here, double tap, click distance. I guess it's a bit like how in Windows you got the mouse button, left, right, and click. It's just the amount of time between that, not particularly interesting, but yeah, there you go. On the right hand side you've got the left and right click, so you've got the buttons on the pen, you can adjust them to how you want them. You can, so here you've got left double click. I think I might just change that to left click. I mean, you might want it for left double click, but for left double click, interestingly, you've also got scroll on here as well if you want to. And something a bit more interesting is the free provided software that comes on the disc. It's the Artweaver 1.0, which, as I thought, is out of date completely, which is the problem about getting software on a disc. It's not going to be your most up-to-date software, so I recommend before using this, try updating it to the latest software on their website. It's artweaver.de. I've got the link in the description. So on Firefox, you've got on the Artweaver website right now. Just download. There's two different versions here. There's the plus version and the free version. Obviously you can pay for the plus version, but you need some sort of license key. For the free version, I'll just use that. I'm not sure if the one that they provide is the free or the paid for version. That might be a difference. So if, for example, the free version is really basic compared to the one that they provide you, I'll just use the old version, because if the free one's limiting the features, then, or it's a trial or whatever, let's see what we can do. So yeah, it should be quick to install. So we have to see what the difference is, if this is any better or if it's worse. So let's not launch it for now. Let's exit Firefox. Left of the screen you can see it's got Artweaver 1, which is the one that's provided on the disc, and the Artweaver 3.4. So we'll see if the 3.4 is any different or any better, or if it limits your features, which it might do. Looks pretty much the same. That tells you upgrade today and get all this and that. Go away. Layout's slightly different. They've changed this to the right hand side. I'll also open both of them so you can compare. So let's think the old version's a lot quicker to load. Laptop's making a ton of noise, but yeah, on the old version, you got all this stuff in the way, which is all very good, but it's not the most easy layout. Whereas here, you've got everything on the right hand side, nothing in your way, you're ready to go. See how we get on with the free version. I think updating software to the latest version is better, but let's try 155 by 19919. So one noticeable difference I've seen already is the fact that by default it shows it in millimeters, not in pixels. It might be different to you because I've changed it on the other version. There we go, we've got our software. Pen, and if you sort of hover it over like that, moves the thing on the screen with the cursor. But so you don't actually have to have it use the mouse. If you want, you can just use the tablet as you want on its own, if you want, standalone. Although it might be a bit more fiddly for some people. It must remember some of the settings I've used on the other program, because it seems strangely similar to what I used last time when I was just testing it out. Anyway, I'll just increase the size of the, just drag it across the whole day. There we go. So just for let's see if we can just do a bit of sketching. So, barely touching it. It's not really registering, I don't think. There we go. Quite nice texture they use for the crown. One thing I noticed, I think the updated version has got a lot nicer brushes and crayons and such. So yeah, quite nice tones on them. Just using it on the edge of the pen, just like a pencil. It does register it, I think, yeah. Probably prefers if you use the tip, but it does register. Any delay is probably not the program, it's probably my laptop. But there you go. So that's the pressure controls, I think. What's the lightest one I can do? Yeah, that is just about. It looks actually a lot darker on the camera, but it looks hardly anything on the screen itself. Yeah, that's the lightest it can do, and then the darkest, like that, a lot darker, like pretty much black on there. So yeah. It's quite nice, the pressure sensitivity. You can get some tablet accessories ones for your actual iPad and that, but the problem is the nib doesn't seem to adjust. I don't think trusty one for an iPad, I'm not sure. Probably, I think it's just Wacom. But they all seem really good. It's probably quite a good idea you can draw directly onto it though, but except for that you don't really have the pressure sensitivity. So say if you're doing some sketching or something, it'll just look the same, and you'd have to adjust the pressure rating on the program each time, which to me just sounds a bit silly. I might as well just use something that's kind of more authentically, because this looks quite nice, I think. One thing definitely, which is better than this, than it is on the Artweaver 1, which is one I did encounter a bit of a problem with, is the clarity of it. Say like you're on, let's go back to the old one. So this looks almost the same, nothing really much to do with the theme that looks much different. Really, no. Everything's moved around a little bit. Icons are a bit different. But say we just do a new one. So 300 pixels, yeah, there we go. Does it have tabs on it? That's another thing there. This one has, yeah, this is by far the best one, the free version, because look, you've got the tabs up here, whereas on the first one, look, you've only got these windows to move across, so a bit of a pain. And also you've got this brush thing in the way, which is annoying. But say, I'll just do some sketching. It's brown from when I last used it. But it doesn't look too bad now, but say if you zoomed in, it looks quite pixelated. Maybe that's just how it is, but considering I put it on 300 pixels per inch, it shouldn't really be doing that. Whereas say if I went onto the newer one, zoomed in a bit, it looks a lot nicer. It doesn't look perfect by any means, but it looks nicer. Color calculator. It's got a bit more blending on it on the more recent version. So yeah, I really like the tab version on the new one. So look, Untitled 2, because I can't bother to name. So much nicer layout on this one. I would really recommend. You'd have to install the CD just to get the tablet driver, but I wouldn't even bother trying to install the Artweaver one because it's rubbish. It really isn't. Well, it's not awful. I mean, it's worth a try, but it's really not as good than compared to if you upgrade to the free version, which is this one that I've got here, which is, I forgot what version it is, Artweaver 4, yes, or technically 4.5.4, but yeah, it's a whole lot better than Artweaver 1. It fixes up a lot of glitches of the other one as well. I think it's a lot more responsive. Plus, also, it's just a lot more nicer layout. You've got the tab layout, you've got everything on the side a lot neater arranged. I mean, obviously you could probably do that yourself, but what's the point? It's a free download, for goodness sake, you might as well just do it. So, a bit like Illustrator, you got the, or Adobe Illustrator if you're not familiar with it. You've got the different types of brushes and that you can all adjust up here, the opacity and that. It's either that or Photoshop, I can't remember, probably both. You've got the paint bucket. Let's do a sky. If we're doing some clouds, I might have a sky, isn't it? You can't have a sky without a sky, can you really? I've got a dead pixel on my laptop. And there's just a bit of doubt. It looks a little dark on now. Just adjust it, just because on the camcorder for some reason. There we go, that's a bit nicer, a bit more sky-like. Anyway, so yeah, we've got the background. I don't think you can do gradients on it. I think it's just your typical paint bucket, but you could probably do something with the pen in there if you wanted some sort of gradient. So I'm just using the tablet on it. I'm not using my mouse or anything. Wouldn't usually stick, but because I'm trying to look at the camcorder screen whilst using it at the same time, it was glitching a bit, but I think that's just me not paying enough attention. So we've got, let's go back to brushes. Let's draw a cloud that we're going to do. I think pencil might not be very good for clouds. I think you might. What's it? No, I don't want that. What's the thing I was thinking of? That'll be a bit more subtle. Charcoal might be quite nice, but it's not because it's an art book, and you can sort of change the way you want it to look. You don't have to have it your typical looking charcoal. You can have it anything you like, really. Also, like Illustrator, you've got the different foreground and background sort of colour things. Foreground, I'll adjust it. I like this little picker thing, it's really good. Because you've got the arrow to adjust the sort of tone you want in the middle, and then you've got the rainbow bit around the edge. Works really nicely. Let's change it to 100. See how we get on. And that's a lot nicer. There we go. A lot more whispery. Yeah, there we go. It's quite a nice looking cloud actually, considering I'm absolutely rubbish at drawing clouds, but there you go. Yeah, so there's your cloud. Now, so that was just using the tablet again, not using the mouse or anything. Yeah, that was using the charcoal, just made it white, just so it's a bit more sort of a whispery colour. How about we do some grass at the bottom? Just leave one cloud, because I'm lazy. So wild grass. I wonder if, say, if I think if you fill it in, you've probably got a bit of a gap around the edge, haven't you? Yeah, so if you wanted to use anything, if you wanted to use the paint bucket, it's probably best if you just use a straightforward pencil for it, but there you go, who cares, we're just doing this for the tutorial. Otherwise there's a bit of grass there for no reason and a cloud in the sky, but felt tips. Actually no, let's change this up a bit. More of a mountain type thing. That looks a bit interesting, but there we go. Pastels. Snowy mountain. I have no comment saying how awful this is. Let's just have some fun with this, forget it. A groovy mountain. Yeah, so that's basically it. So I've done the pressure test and that. Yeah, I would definitely, no doubt, I would use the free version. Number 4, you can just download it off the website, I've got it in the description, rather than the one that providing a disc. It's tons better, I'd work, trust me. That's no pun, trust. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, quite like it. It's quite a nice tablet actually. I don't really know what the point of the wrapping around is, because I don't think you can really roll it up or anything. But it's quite nice because it's thin. I mean, it's fairly even sort of like a drawing or cardboard, I guess. But yeah, it's quite nice thickness. It's not going to get in your way if you're just drawing and that. It's not going to get in the way of what you're doing. Yeah, so overall I really like this tablet. It actually works quite well. The pen's quite nice and responsive. It's quite nice pressure control on it. Nice, comfortable to use. It's nice and thin. Quite low cost. I'm not going to state any price I got it for, because obviously it's going to change every 5 seconds knowing online prices. But yeah, I think it looks quite nice. It looks quite smart. Quite nice with the white cable and that. It looks quite nice and clean. Styling, nice and simple. Yeah, it seems to work well, even with terrible artwork on there. But you get the idea. It seems to work quite well. Obviously you can draw something a lot better than that, but I think I might draw something a lot better than that too. But anyway, yeah, so if you've got any questions, please ask them in the comments section. Even though if you want me to answer really quick, it's probably better to send me a YouTube message or something, because I don't know how quick I'm going to respond to the comments. But anyway, yeah, great tablet. I would recommend it. If obviously counter for the size. The size is reasonable. Obviously it's not for the price, you're not going to get something that's huge, but I think it's quite a nice size to use, and I think it's quite a nice tablet. So yeah, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you want to more. Yeah, so please subscribe if you want more videos and that such. I'll do some more unboxings maybe if I can afford to buy anything. But yeah, and note to add feedback about my awful drawing.
So for the Trust Flex, the pros would be good appearance, compact, lightweight, easy to use and install, and the pen works reasonably well. Cons: out-of-date software on CD, although you can easily update it. Tablet isn't wireless. You can't use the tablet with your finger as a touchpad like a laptop, and there's no eraser on the end of the pen. So in summary, the Trust Flex is focused on portability and value. It's lightweight and compact, making it easy to carry. Its quirky design sets it apart from the competition, although its flexibility isn't that useful because you can't roll it up. The pen is reasonably responsive, although you need to press slightly harder than a traditional HP pencil. The pen is nicely weighted, making it comfortable to use. It's a great value alternative to more expensive graphics tablets. Just make sure you update the Artweaver software first to gain the improvements.